Hit live. Good evening, everyone, and welcome. I'm joined by Hady Anne, the spokesperson for Solidarity Across Borders. Solidarity Across Borders is hosting a march from July 18th to July 25th, where they will be walking from Montreal to Ottawa to demand status for all. Thank you, Hady, for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So could you tell me a little bit just about the march and I guess the significance of marching from Montreal to Ottawa to demand status for all?
Okay, thank you for having me, and I want to thank all those people watching now and giving us a chance to explain really what is the goal of the march. Uh, we, as a Solidarity Across the Border, we take this decision like years ago for going forward for our fight, because we're fighting all this time for status for all, and you know what happened sometime, like the politician playing game. But now we take a decision to march from 18th to 25th July. Started with a big march in Montreal, and we're gonna hit it to Ottawa in the same days. Those are gonna be a seven days to mobilize support for a comprehensive and ongoing regularization program for all migrants with precarious status. And just we want to tell Trudeau we are tired and sick with his half measure and handout, like your like the new program, the new program. That why that is the quality now, and just we want to demand like dignity, equality, and justice for all, and status for all.
Okay, the program you're talking about, this is the one recently announced where maybe you could remind me the number, but is it 50,000 people will gain
They
status
say
in Canada?
they said 90,000. That's what they said. Anyway, you know, I want to stay careful about about those numbers, because anyway they tell all the time something, but they do something else. This started with yeah, last year when they was talking about like angels like a garden and something like that. You see, and what they call it again. Essential workers, and you know what happened after all that. That's why now I don't believe them at all. That's why we claim just for status for all. That is a real programs, and that gonna save everybody in this country now.
Right, and the Guardian Angel program, that's the one in Quebec. I believe they announced it either summer or fall last year, whereas non-status essential workers, they would be given status, but it kind of seemed like that fell through the cracks a little bit, unfortunately.
Yeah. That is anyway. We was I think the only movement who was really careful about status for like essential workers and something like that, because I know when they talk they got another idea behind their mind. That why I was really careful about it, and we said as Solidarity Across the Border, this is not a solution for the crisis we got with immigrants in this country, because like we don't believe in essential worker. We believe in essential people. We believe in dignity. We believe in humanity, and we don't have to believe in those speech given by a politician telling us these people are essential or the one are not essential. And that was really very trap. And we see what happened now, and everybody who was supporting this program tell us they was really punching a bag.
Hmm. And considering that Montreal, there's approximately about at least 50,000 non-status people, and the government is putting forth, a program that will have 90,000 people. To you, does this seem like enough?
Anyway, Quebec is not in this program. They said no in this program, and they stay away from it. You see, but for me, it's not bad program, but it's not enough. It's not enough, because like when you're fighting for human dignity, you can categorize people. These people are here. These people are here. They live here in Canada. What is the problem with taking people just like a criminal or a disposal people? They are here. They need just to work. Give them work permit and let them work. Give them statute and let them work.
Mhm.
They're not gonna leave because they don't have where to go. They don't have
Absolutely.
where to go. And now trying all the time like to take a half measure or like playing game with people is not really is not is I don't know how to call it, but I see just is not human. It's not human to play with a human being like life in this country here in Canada because a lot of things happen now in this country. I'm telling you.
And considering essential or any type of workers, like non-status people who are working in Canada or Quebec, what type of maybe abuse or just kind of yeah, I guess abuse do they face that people with status don't face?
You know, the COVID-19 pandemic has punched the migrant workers uh, without permanent study into a deeper precarity while simultaneously shining and public spotlight on the place. They hold in Canada society above essential to the capitalist economy and treating as disposal. And that is a big problem for us now as human being. I'm not talking about like, I don't know how to explain you this. I'm just talking as human being. Let's put everything out this out the table, of the table. But now, if you got some women who are really used by some people just like slaves in Canada, can you believe it in the 21st century? Because these people, they can't just like talk to the cops, they can talk to someone, they're scared all the time, and they are used here in Canada. And you got some people who work in a farm and where else, like with people, if you want, you pay him. If you don't, you just kick him out, and they don't have where to go just to claim their due. And that happened here in Canada. And you got some people are sick and they can't like have health coverage just for them and for their kids. And now with this pandemic, you got a lot of people who lost their job and they don't have even how to pay rent or to put the food on the table. And all this happened here in Canada. The why
For
I say sometimes I don't know if really we got a human being in like in the right place in this country.
for non-status people who may contract COVID, what does this kind of look like for them, since they don't have the same, I guess, access to care that people with status do?
That is a problem we got today. Today I got like 5 messages from people who don't have status that ask me how we can do for having just a vaccine. And nothing is clear in my head for now because some people told me yeah they can just, but anyway, yeah, they can just have ID and goes, maybe they're gonna have a, maybe they're gonna have a like a vaccine. Other people tell me no, they supposed to have a valid status. They don't have a valid ID. They don't have any ID anyway because the government put them in this situation. And you say it now, and some of them sometimes they got like some symptoms, they don't know if it's COVID or not, but they don't have any health coverage. How they can go and just doing a checkup and see if they got COVID or not? That mean everybody is not safe in this country now. If they are not safe, we are not safe. You are not safe. You see, and that is a problem now. That's why we're calling again for status for all. And we know that is the only solution now we got for fighting this pandemic and putting this country in the right way.
When you talk about folks without status not having identification. Could you maybe, if it's possible, speak a little bit more to how this maybe creates a barrier in them accessing vaccines?
Yeah, because they don't like, you know, a lot of whom was here, and at the beginning they got like work permit, and wait one day, and you got like a mail telling you get out this country, and you can renew your work permit. You can like you're gonna work under the table. That's why now we got a lot of people are exploited in this place. Now, if your work permit or your ID is due, like you can renew it, it's over for you. What you can do, you don't have place to go to renew your ID, or anyway you got problem to have a place to live. You have problem to get food to put on the table. You have problem to anyway. ID is the last problem for you now because at least you need to eat. You need to be in a safe place, and all that is because of this government who put them in this situation.
Thank you. And considering the march, will this be all the members of Solidarity Cross Borders? Will it include other people? What does this look like?
Yeah, anyway, we are the initiation of this march is our march, but we got a lot of movement to support us, and we got a lot of people anyway who support us because I talked to a lot of journalists or other people who supporting us for this march because and we got now like everybody who wanna really participate in this march, you can get in our social media to subscribe, and we're gonna see what you can do because you can subscribe for one day, half day, like 2 hours, 7 days. Myself, I try to be there for 8 days because I'm already in the training to doing that, and I want to take this occasion for say thank you for like Frappri is a Front d'Action Populaire et de Réaménagement Urbain. Uh, who support us, Fédération des femmes du Québec. They support us, Coalition des étudiants pour le virage environnemental et social, SAVE. Uh, I want to thank to Soignons la justice sociale, Fédération des syndicats nationaux, CNS, et la Coalition pour le définancement de la police. All those people are already in the front line for supporting us. And we got Migrants' Right Network, who are a movement pan-Canadian, who are on the front line now. They try to mobilize all people across Canada and movement across Canada to come support us for this march. And
Great.
I'm inviting you too. I'm waiting for you too to come.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. And so what does it look like? Like, are there a certain amount of hours in a day that everyone will be walking? Is there kind of like a fixed schedule?
Yeah, we got already a plan for every day how many hours we're gonna work. And anyway, we know it's not everybody who can do all those hours, but we invite people to, anyway. We work like in logistics. See, if like you can work a half day, and the other half we take you in a car, take you back to Montreal, or if you wanna go like in front and waiting for people to a finish line. And we're working a lot of things with our committee, committee, for making this happen in a safe way for everybody. And we watching to the pandemic now, see what's going on, and try to work with Santé Quebec and Santé Canada for making this safe for everybody.
Thank you. And so I guess it's kind of at your own pace. Like maybe not everyone's all together, but they're walking at their own pace. Is it that type of thing?
No, they're working together, but we try to make it safe, like with social distancing, with masks, with gel, and everything. We need to make it right. Like we don't need to take any risk for with this pandemic. But anyway, we're gonna watch. We are now in May. almost May, but till July we watching and see what all this gonna be, and we hope the vaccine gonna work for everybody, and we can make it right.
Yes, I hope so too. So how did this idea come to light?
This idea come to light because in 2005, I think was Frapri who did something like this, and Solidarity Cross Border was in. And at this time, since last year, we was working in this, see if we can do it this year, if nothing happened, because we did a lot of things for just making this politician making a right decision, but they try all the time to play game and give a half measure and doing something else. And now we gonna go and tell Trudeau, we here, we need to make it right, and you promise it. And a lot of people come over here because of your tweets, because one what's his called? I forget his name. Anyway, he's not important. If I forget his name, I'm happy for that. Trump was calling for his racism speech and bigotry, and you know what's going on over there. He did his speech. He did a tweet and telling people Canada is a land of hospitality and peace, and he welcomed everybody. And a lot of people come from there. And now he's in something else. See, and we are tired for that game. And it stop this and see it's a people life who's in jeopardy, and we can he can just watch him like this and try all the time when something happen coming on the front and playing a game. We need to stop
Mhm.
this.
Okay, thank you. And what's the plan when you guys arrive to Ottawa?
We're working on a lot of things with our partner, and maybe we got a lot of things. Is not time to talk about it, but I'm telling you, we will be in National Assembly, and we try to talk to them in a smart way, in a respectful way. But they need to know we can give up if we got one person in a precarity. If we got one person who is not in the right place, we can give up from those people. We are here for him, and we're gonna work on that. And we're gonna talk to Canadian people directly and telling him what's going on with capitalism, what's going on with these politicians. They playing just a game and they playing in their mind, but they're not here for working for them. They just working for other big bosses who got $1 million and $1 billion, and not for interests of people.
Okay, thank you. In the past, I know you guys have had a lot of events. I attended the dance rally for Status for All in January. It was really great, and you really see at your events that there's such a sense of community. And is this, this particular event, marching from Montreal to Ottawa, is this the first of its kind that Solidarity Across Borders has hosted?
Yeah, a long march like this, I think, is the first one. I don't remember, and I see in our archive something like this one. But like you said, it's just one of the events we're gonna work on it, and we're gonna do. But I think it's the first events. A long march like this is the first one for Solidarity Cross Border. But we participated, like I told you, in 2005 in another march. Wasn't our really march, but we was a partner with that march.
Okay, thank you. And can you just talk a little bit about how maybe the pandemic has highlighted some injustices and barriers that non-status folks face in Canada and in Montreal?
Yeah, like I tell you, like I tell you earlier, because this pandemic was really something very sad and problematic in this country, because like I told you, I meet these people every day. I talk to them every day. Some women are here with kids, and some of them are sick, and those are exploited, but they don't got a choice because they have to put food on the table. They have to pay rent, and they are used. And the ironic thing is In the beginning of a pandemic, we catch agency who was using some undocumented people in the CHSLD, and they was working for government, and don't tell me government don't know about it. They got like they can stop giving like work permit for these people. They can deport them, but they don't know if they work for them. I don't believe it. Something is wrong right there. You see, and all that telling you how this pandemic like reacting in undocumented life in this place today. That's why I think the only solution we got now is a status for all. Is about dignity, is about equality, is about justice.
In the case you mentioned about non-status folks working at the CHSLD, were they being paid fairly or less than folks with status?
No, they was paid under the table. How they can be paid unfairly? No, no, because I know they're gonna threat with the government pay him like more than $20 an hour. They're gonna give $8 or $5 for those people, and they don't got choice. They don't got choice. They have to eat. They have to pay rent. And they say, okay, we're gonna see what's going on now. We're gonna check what happens, but nobody knows about what happened after all this. Nobody talk about it since there, and that's the problem.
Is it common that in when non-status folks are employed, especially under the table, is it common that they're paid unfairly and less than people with status at the same job?
I'm telling you that what happened. That what happened. They never get paid fairly, and sometimes they even don't get paid. They work and just a guy tell them, okay, get out. Where they can go? They're scared of cops. They're scared of everything. Where they can go?
Okay. Have you maybe noticed that in these circumstances, they're kind of used with the threat of deportation, police, things like that?
Sorry.
Like in cases where undocumented people are paid unfairly, especially less than people with status that they work alongside. Are there cases where maybe their boss will use the threat of deportation?
Yeah, yeah. You use every kind of. I'm gonna call cops for you. I'm gonna tell them what's going on, and even sometimes they just don't want to talk because they're scared of trouble. They tell you maybe if I talk to him, something can happen, or he can call. He know where I live, or he knows me. He gonna call the cops or call somebody for me, and I'm gonna get in trouble.
Okay.
See, that is what happened, and if I tell some things happen in this country now you even can't talk about it because it's really sad. And if you see human being doing some things for human beings like him because just he's undocumented or something like that, you can believe it. But that's what happened now. We got slavery in Canada now.
Hmm.
Slavery in Canada. Mm.
Um, hmm. Is there anything that I didn't ask that you think is important for people to know?
uh, Not that much, but I just want to let everybody know we invite everyone to come march with us, whatever your status: undocumented, temporary worker, refugees, farm workers, domestic workers, foreign student, even resident and citizens. We need your support and solidarity. Together we are strong. This is everyone's struggle, and really is something very very important to us, and is very important for really human beings right, and for our dignity and our I don't know how to call it. And it's supposed to be just a fight for every one of us, and everyone's supposed to be concerned about what happened now in this country.
Thank you so much. This is happening from July 18th to 25th. And could you just remind us if we do want to get involved, where we can go online to find more
Yeah,
information?
if you want to get involved, you can go to our website is solidaritycrosstheborder.org, or all we are on Twitter, we are on Facebook. You can catch it too in Instagram. We are there and waiting for everybody because everybody is concerned, and we welcome everybody.
Great. Thank you. Thank you so much, Hady, for joining us
Thank
tonight.
you very much for giving me this chance to talk to you, and hope seeing you very soon. And be ready for the march.
Yes, I will be. Thank you, everyone,
Thank
for
you.
joining. Have a good night.
You too. Thank you.